Good morning and welcome or welcome back to my channel. I know I look extremely blue and I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to work on figuring out the lighting settings and remembering how to vlog. But I just thought it was high time for me to come back to YouTube with a different type of channel than I originally made. So when I created this channel about 6 years ago, I was watching a lot of motherhood and lifestyle bloggers. So I thought that that's something that I would like to do as well. And then I tried it, and what I found out was two things. The first thing was that it was really hard to stay natural and to be myself when I was trying to replicate, I guess, this specific type of a mother that's popular on YouTube. And another thing was that I just quickly realized I didn't feel comfortable showing my child, and I didn't like the attention the videos got when I had my infant in them, as opposed to videos where there was no child. So I just deleted all the videos, and I thought, that's not it for me. I'm just gonna pause and let it sit, and that's what I did for the past 6 years. In those 6 years, I got my master's in library science, and I got a job at a library. I had library jobs before, but they were paraprofessional, so I didn't have formal education in being a librarian, but now I'm actually a librarian. What I did for the first 3 years that I was absent, I was just staying at home with my child and taking care of him. And then kind of around the time he turned 3, he went to preschool, and I got my first proper librarian job. During the first year of that, I was a children's librarian, doing story times, recommending books for kids and doing all sorts of different library programs for kids. Maybe like a year or a year and a half later, I realized that it was very difficult to be a full-time working parent when you had a little child at home, and there were times when he was sick, or then later once he started school, there's so many closures at school and stuff like that, like holidays, snow days, all sorts of things. And so I thought it would go better with my lifestyle and, as a parent of a young child, to be a part-timer. So I actually switched to adult services. So now I work at a public library as an adult services librarian. So I thought to myself, why don't I make a channel that's centered around those things that I enjoy doing, like writing or reading or crafting, learning languages, talking to people, stuff like that, which would be more central to my personality right now and the things that happen in my life. So that's why I'm back. And I think originally one of my biggest struggles was that I just didn't know how to be myself on camera, and I think I still don't know it well, but I am willing to try and figure out how to do that. I've decided to start with a vlog because I think it's going to be easier just to document what I do on Tuesdays. And Tuesday is the day when I actually don't work during the school hours. So I have this 6-hour block between the drop off and pick up that I can spend on things like writing and reading and doing stuff. So one problem with that is that because Tuesday is the day when I'm available during this time, I often try to cram so much into those 6 hours. And I end up not really doing a lot of writing, which I could be doing. I end up doing chores, going to the doctor, things like that. And I really want to focus more on writing. And especially since I am working on my first novel and I have a goal of finishing the first draft by the end of December. I'm kind of in the middle, in the first half of the middle. And this is the spot where I usually am struggling with my writing projects. And I usually give it up, or I start rewriting. I don't want to do this time. I want to see it through because I know that there's something to be learned from finishing a book. And then once I have this first draft, I can actually edit it and turn it into something readable. I am kind of starting videos again on YouTube as a way to keep me accountable, to motivate me to work longer hours on writing. Normally, if I let myself do it the way I like to do it, it's maybe an hour max a day. And then even if I have time, I somehow just stuff it with all the things that are not really that important, that are kind of maintenance things like laundry and cooking. Also, another thing that I'm trying to do is create a space where someone like me can see that you can be a mother and a professional, even if it's part-time, and have lots of responsibilities and 3 cats and all sorts of things, and yet still pursue your dream of writing or whatever it is you're interested in accomplishing. I think there's a lot of this doubt when it comes to things like that. You think, okay, if I were a serious writer, I'd be doing it like all day, every day. I think that there's really a in-between space where you can live your life as a regular person, but also pursue something creative. So I'm just trying to figure out, where does my life fit in this system? You don't have to be this perfect human with a perfect willpower or no ailments or no distractions and just 100% iron focused on your goals to actually achieve your goals. It just takes consistency, it takes time, it takes being nice to yourself, being kind to yourself on days when you fail to accomplish something that you planned, and you can still do it. And so I'm trying to create a channel that's kind of in the same mindset, and I want to combine showing my life as it is, with all the responsibilities and stuff, and my creative endeavors. Today, my plan is to work on strategizing for chapter 9. So I'm kind of a planner, so I have an outline of the story. I know the emotional journey my character is going on. I know how it starts, I know how it ends. I kind of know what happens in the middle, but I don't have it all completely planned out. So I'm planning to work on that today, as well as actually writing something. And I also have a couple more responsibilities. I'm going to be tutoring the student this morning, so I will also be looking through the books to see what we can work on today. The student is working on her English. She wants to get a job. She's new to this country. So I'll be looking through those books first and prepare for the class. And after I'm done with that, I will work on that chapter 9 planning and will write. Anytime I'm sitting here recording, my cat decides to go up and drink some water. So here she is again. It looks like I haven't left the spot, but I have. And so I'm all done with my tutoring session, and I'm gonna have lunch because I'm starving. My tutoring took longer than I thought it would, but it made me feel very happy. This is the first time I think that I'm doing tutoring specifically, not for money, but just as volunteering. And it's just so great. It just gave me such good feelings to be helping somebody. So I'm very happy with that. And now I have about 2 hours max before I have to leave to go pick up my child from school. So I will have a very quick lunch, and then the rest of the time I will be strategizing for this chapter and writing. Alright, so I'm all done with my planning. I knew what I wanted to happen in this chapter overall, but I just needed to go a little bit deeper, a little bit more specific, so that it made it easier to actually write the chapter. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to write for about an hour or so, and then I'm going to update you on the word count. Alright, so I'm done with writing for today. My total word count as of today is 28,461 words, so very close to 30,000. And actually, I'm just thinking, NaNoWriMo is coming up. I don't know if I want to participate this year. There's been some commotion there last year and a lot of discussion on Reddit, so I'm not sure how I feel about it this year, but I will be writing in the spirit of NaNoWriMo next month for sure, so I'll be trying to push my daily word count further, because normally I write about, maybe on a good day I can write about 1,000 words in an hour. On a bad day I can write like 200 words in an hour, so it just depends. So anyways, that's gonna be it for today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me through this first painful vlog, which I'm sure not many people are gonna watch. This one is dedicated to the people who still stayed subscribed even though I haven't posted anything in 6 years. Thank you guys very much. I'm sure you are the ones watching today probably, but I will keep on doing videos like that, maybe some sit-down videos. I'll try to get better as I go, and then hopefully at some point it will become watchable for everybody, not just people who know me personally. Alright, well, that's it for today's vlog. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!